Majority of things you see online about feminine energy are false. Throughout my years studying spirituality, spiritual concepts, and the different and the balancing energies of masculine and feminine, I have discovered many things while going on social media, and one is the common misconceptions surrounding feminine energy and what it is. Contrary to popular belief, feminine energy is not about being inherently pink, whimsical, princess-like, dainty, and according to the manosphere, submissive. Which I'm pretty sure can all agree on is a crock of belief anyways. Being feminine doesn't mean you have to bow down and take from people. If anything, femininity is power. Before we get into the video today, let me introduce myself. My name is 𝖬𝖊𝖆𝖎𝖎 and this is my YouTube. Please do like, comment, share and subscribe so I can really propel forward in my YouTube journey. Now let's go back to the video. Feminine energy is raw power. Feminine energy is ferocity, protectiveness, knowing your worth, being whole and complete within yourself and with your emotions, and honoring yourself through acts internally and also externally by how you present yourself and take care of yourself, and take care of not just your soul but your body. Whenever I see feminine energy online or posts about feminine energy or being in your feminine, it's always pink aesthetics and floral patterns and pretty dresses with pink bows and flowy cursive writing. But if anything, that representation of feminine energy is entirely surface level. Feminine energy is raw and ferocious. Feminine energy is the lioness protecting her cubs in the jungle, or the goddess who healed but also destroyed, loved and raged, who created rivers but also caused floods, who could bring peace and also cause chaos. Feminine energy is creation, it's expression, it's within your sacral chakra. Femininity is being wild and free and unapologetic in who you are. It's magnetism, mysticism, and being in tune with yourself and your emotions. Feminine energy lives within all of us. However, some people suppress it whilst others embrace it. Some are a perfect balance of both. Unless you're spiritually educated on the topic of feminine energy and masculine energy, usually when people hear the term feminine energy, they think of surface level representations of that, or assume it's about being inherently girly and feminine and pink, rather than the actual definitions of feminine energy. It represents being compassionate, empathetic, and the emotional and feeling side that we have as humans. Despite it being called feminine energy, it's not gender specific, and it's something that we all have within us. But again, some people tap into it, some people don't. Some people completely reject it and act from the other side, from the opposing energy. A lot of being in tune with your feminine energy is about having an open heart chakra and leading with love, being connected and not afraid of your own emotions and feelings, whether they be hard and challenging, and being able to face them without criticizing yourself. The healthiest, happiest, and most secure men I've ever met, and the most desirable men in my eyes, are those who are able to be in tune with their feminine energy, those who are compassionate, who are open-minded, who don't lead by the ego but lead by love, who aren't afraid of their own emotions, who aren't afraid to be vulnerable and cry. I think that is a huge green flag, and some of the most successful men in relationships that I've encountered have been able to be in tune with that energy and that part of themselves. My boyfriend, for example, is in tune with his feminine energy and is emotionally intelligent, and we have such a strong and healthy relationship because of it, and he isn't afraid of his emotions and expressing them. In the manosphere, they think that is a weakness, but if anything, that is incredibly strong. There is a strength in breaking down the barriers that society had on men for years, where they were told that boys don't cry, take it like a man, be a man, man up. They weren't able to express their emotions without being shunned by their fathers, and therefore that trauma and that pain builds up and they inflict it on other people. Or they didn't have a male role model in their life who was emotionally in tune and aware, and who had compassion and empathy, and didn't see showing emotion as being a sign of vulnerability or a weakness. A hurt and toxic man is a man who blocks his emotions because he will do nothing but cause destruction around him, and also never find that inner peace because he's so hell-bent on leading from this stance of, I'm a man and I can't show emotion, I can't cry because if I do, I'm weak, I'm feminine, and I'm not a real man, when in actuality there is a great strength in being able to be that vulnerable. I don't think I've seen a person who believes in the manosphere qualities and is genuinely happy within themselves. They are all suppressing to some form and think they have to be this guarded person because otherwise they're weak. A man who moves from that toxic standpoint also tends to feel really emasculated being around a woman who knows her power and knows her worth. It seems to trigger and threaten them in a way, especially if that woman has the ability to be both emotionally in tune and also in their power. That balance of the two and being able to be both in your power and also emotionally in tune and aware will trigger and threaten somebody who suppresses. It's an extremely sad and empty place to move from, and if anything, only holds them back in life and jeopardizes the relationships they get into, not just with themselves, but with others around them. Anyway, back to the topic. Feminine energy is a very powerful energy to be in tune with and operate from, and incorporate into your day-to-day life. Feminine energy is something that flows through us all, and something that should no longer be categorized or deemed to be surface level, just wearing pink and pretty bows and frilly dresses. Feminine energy resides in us all. It resides in the girl who's alternative, with her goth boots on and her eyebrows pierced. It resides in the butch lesbians. It resides in the masculine men in the gym who's emotionally in tune. It resides in the theys and the thems and the girls and the gays and everyone in between. It resides in us all. Feminine energy and being in tune with it is a superpower, not an aesthetic.